It will stream on different link now. So I will copy that link and will paste it.
In the comment section?
Yeah.
Is there a way to redirect people to this link directly?
Let me know. Okay, so I will copy that link and will paste it.
Oh, I think it's, yeah, I think it's streaming now. Is there a way to redirect people to this link directly? Perfect.
Yeah, I'm streaming. So I will copy that link and you can start now.
So, but we need to get people here, right? Okay. Hello, good morning. It has been the first morning, I guess, during this lockdown period that I woke up this early to meet you all. So I'm happy I woke up this early. Okay, sorry for this. So basically, we're here to talk about sustainable lifestyle changes. And the reason for that is that today is World Environment Day. Now, World Environment Day has been observed since 1974 by United Nations. And I feel by each year, the importance of it has been growing. Unfortunately, we've been thinking of environment as some other entity, wherein we don't need to, or we can exist without them. But it's not true, right? How can we exist without this very base we are sitting on, standing on, living on, or the air we are breathing, the food we are eating, the water we are drinking? Everything is a part of this environment, and where we are very much a part of the same. So, and the destruction of natural habitat that has been happening for a lot of, a long time. Actually, it's not just now, but feels like it's happening even more at a greater speed all these days. So can we think about environment with a different approach, that the way most of us have grown up in this era is more developmental thoughts behind, or the idea is development and our definition of development is messed up really bad. So today we're going to talk about many topics throughout the day. So it's a 12-hour live stream session today. A lot, we will have many sessions, a lot of information to really absorb in, soak in. So you can check this YouTube link and come back here, and then you go in. So now I'm going to tell you something about sustainable lifestyle changes. Now, why do we need to make lifestyle changes, right? हम लोग कर रहे हैं, ठीक ठाक ही तो है, क्या प्रॉब्लम है? प्रॉब्लम है, प्रॉब्लम है because even if you consider the population of our country, let's not consider more, but just say 40 to 50% of people whom living in our country. So 1.3 billion is the population. So just divided like half of them. Even if they make minute changes in their lives, it's going to have a huge impact. The reason why I'm saying 50%, because 50% is already doing. Okay, so so India is an agriculture based country, and so most of these people living in rural countries are way more sustainable than we are. And if we really need to do something, we need to learn a lot from them. But in the meanwhile, there are certain things that we can do on our own. Okay, so what can they be? So let's just start how we go ahead with our day. Okay, let's just start with that. What is the first thing we put in our mouth? Is that water? Yes, in a lot of cases. But is that also plastic toothbrush in a lot of cases? Can we look at a substitute for that? Okay, so I'm going to one by one show you substitutes for the things that we use. Okay, so and this is going to be the best option. Okay, this is a neem datun. There's neem, there's baboon, there's meswak. There are a lot of types of datuns that you get in the मार्केट किसी भी फूल वाले के पास जाइए एंड जस्ट से कि भैया दातुन चाहिए एंड दैट गाय विल फिगर इट आउट फॉर यू द नेक्स्ट डे और देयर आर पीपल हु सिट with these datuns. They will just cut neem sticks in front of you and give it to you. So that is one option. Two, something that I do when I travel especially. So this is haldi and this is salt. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it. I think it's too bright here, but yeah. So these things are something that I used to use when when I was a kid and we would go to our aunt's place, uncle's place randomly for night outs, and we wouldn't have toothbrush and toothpaste there. So it would be either herbal tooth powders and nothing to massage our gums and teeth, or would be this. But चलो ये सब नहीं हो पा रहा. So if it is really difficult that you don't think you'll be able to cope up with a datun or any tooth powder or something like that, then just at least go for a bamboo toothbrush. you know I know, so the bristles are going to be nylon. There's a reason for it, because if you have bristles of something that will decompose quickly, a material that will decompose quickly, then there will be a problem in terms of these bristles attracting fungi and bacteria, and you don't want that to happen. So that is the reason you are going to prefer the same sort of bristles, at least till the time we find an alternative. But at least the whole handle is bamboo one, so that really helps. Right now, the next thing would be, if you're going for your shower, what is it? A soap, plastic loofah, a shampoo. Yeah, if you're washing your hair, so that's some alternatives for that. This is a multani mitti ka, a chunk of multani mitti. You can easily find these outside these big temples, okay, like the big ones. Like I got this one from Hampi Virupaksha temple. So they use it for puja or those tikas or something. They call it chandan. This is not chandan certainly, but you can easily find, or just go to any puja store or Ayurvedic medical shop. You will always find multani mitti there. So you can just, all you need to do is just rub across your body like you do with your soap. Of course, it doesn't lather, but it does clean. Okay, you want something that is more foamy, so then you can go for this. This is a Rita solution. Now Rita solution is basically Rita is soap nuts. Soap nuts are basically there are these small fruits which lather, which actually foam when you add water to it. So that is what this is, and you can use that for multiple things. Okay, so I use this to wash my utensils, you can use it to do your laundry, you can do it for maybe mopping the floor. You want to add a bit if no stain or something on the floor, so that's how you can use it. So multiple ways that you can use. One of the best things to do is just use any fruit peel. Okay, so you may have any sort of a fruit peel at your home, say a citrus or apple or whatever, a banana. So just rub that on your body, and that will really naturally give you glow instead of the other options. Also, things like besan, uttans. If you just start looking out, you will find a lot of options. Okay, I get confused at times कि क्या क्या use करूँ. अच्छा ये तो हो गया साबुन powder. Now what is it that you can use instead of loofah? So this is natural loofah. Okay, and believe me, this is dried sabzi. Okay, this is one of the sabzis that we use. It's called ridge guard. So two kinds, even ridge guard and gilka and turia. So both of them, when dry on the tree, when they ripen and dry on the tree, this is how they become like really fibrous. Okay, and the beauty is it softens when soaked in water. Or this. Now this is vetiver scrub. Okay, now vetiver, I don't know if you know what vetiver is. Vetiver, roots of a plant which has really cooling properties. So it really helps. It has a nice fragrance. Even vetiver oil is used to calm down. During yoga, they use for a calming effect. So a lot of it, and a lot of these tribals. So this is from tribals from Karnataka, and they make things out of vetiver. It just helps them sustain economically and helps us use their amazing wisdom. Then, okay, so say your shampoo regular. Okay, so this. Okay, sorry, I reuse all the available bottles that I have. So here, this is a shampoo made of. I'm sorry. Yeah. So it is a shampoo made of Rita, the one that I had showed you a while back, Avla and Shikakai. Okay, so I'd actually freezed it, and so you find it the liquid coming out. Yeah. Anyway, so just this, like Rita, Avla, Shikakai, just soak it in water, boil it the next day, use it for your hair, done. And you can freeze the remaining liquid in your freezer, and whenever you want to use it, just use it. It's that easy. But because we haven't added any preservatives, it's going to, it's going to get spoiled when it is kept outside. So over a week, or for a week to 10 days, it will have no problem at all. After a week to 10 days, it will start having a different sort of a smell. Okay. Now, have you ever made bioenzyme? Have you even heard of something called as bioenzyme? A lot of you might have heard. So bioenzyme is basically a liquid, an enzyme made of citrus peels, jaggery, and water. That's all that you need. Okay. So when this was not this lockdown period, I would easily get the peels from a fruit vendor that he would anyway be throwing off. So I would easily get it. But now I am not able to get, because of course the lockdown is there. They don't function at this time. So I've started hoarding all my citrus peels in an airtight container like this. These containers are easily available. So what you see are the lemon peels here. So every day when we use lemons, the peels that we discard are kept in this and put in the refrigerator. And when I need it, they are good and fresh. So all I need to do is mix them with jaggery and water in an airtight container, let it sit for 3 months, and then I have my bioenzyme ready. No, this is not done. This is just bioenzyme. I just use the bottle. Uh, Now, bioenzyme can be used for multiple reasons, right? Say, mopping your floor, just add some of this instead of Lysol in your water. Good to go. hair conditioner, good to go. Just dilute it with water and put it on your hair. Let it be for a while and wash it off. When you want, say, washing your utensils, it cuts grease really well. That works again. You want to clean anything, this works well, and especially when you add it with Rita solution, it works amazing. Oh, by the way, in the meanwhile, please do send in questions to me. I don't wish to be looking like akele akele baat kar rahi hai. I would love if you have questions, I would love to answer them, or if there's anything that you want to say, I'll be happy to go through it. Yeah. All these things are the things that you can make changes, right? Like this is also one option. This is the Rita powder. Okay? This is something that a dear friend Rajasi had gifted me. I mean, she wasn't going to use it, so she gave it. Amazing, isn't it? You don't need to always spend money to get things. Now, then you have cloth bags. Then you have, this is wood ash, okay, by the way. So you can use this for washing your utensils, a little of it to, like a dry shampoo. That's what I recently learned, and it sounded amazing. Um, Now, all this is there as what you can change in your daily life. But can we have some more activities as addition? And why I'm saying that as addition? Because we really need to. We are at times very used to um, the way of living wherein we are not um, wherein chhod do, use and throw. But at that time, we are not realizing that this is wastage of our resources. And those resources, believe me, belong to all as in our younger generations especially. And it is very important to take care of them. Otherwise, we are going to be in a huge fix. Like the way we are looking at currently, we have been surrounded with a lot of calamities around Corona, and then Amphan, and then Nisar, the locust attack, earthquakes, a lot happening. Can't really afford something like that if we really love ourselves. So it's very much a selfish cause when you're working for it, because we don't want to die a bad death, like a painful death like that, right? So we might as well just work uh, to protect ourselves and our fellow species or the other species on this planet, because they are very much, I mean, they are very much a part of the same planet, and we cannot exist without them. So we really need to do that. So um, going further, there's something that I just can't avoid. Okay, so it is composting. Every day we generate some waste, which is edible waste from our kitchen. So these are usually food scraps, peels, seeds, stems, etc. What do we do with this? Uh, One amazing thing is just feed it to a cow or someone around. If you have that option, wonderful. Please go ahead with that. What do? Uh, if you have the option of having an open land, please dig a compost pit and start putting in your waste. ऐसे भी डाल दिया तो चलेगा, but ensure that it is in touch with soil somewhere so that it decomposes and mixes with soil. But what most of us, especially in a city like Mumbai, do is we end up dumping all of this in a plastic bag that goes to uh, the garbage vans to the landfills. Now we have no idea. I don't know how many of you have visited a landfill site. I did visit the surrounding areas. Ended up speaking to a doctor who has been practicing in that area for a long time, and I was told many stories that were really not so. He had told me that really young, like 5 years, 10 years, 11 years of kids need to roam around with. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm forgetting the word that you use. That uh, the tools when you have respiratory issues. I'm sorry, I'm just forgetting that word. But yeah, so what I mean is a lot of these respiratory issues are uh, are connected with landfill sites. Not only respiratory issues, a lot of other issues, because their soil is polluted, their water is polluted, their air is polluted, everything is polluted. Do you know the average age of someone who lives near the landfill site? An average average life expectancy of someone in Maharashtra is 73 years. But uh, when they surveyed about the same life expectancy of someone who's around landfill site, is only 39 years. Only 39 years. So you imagine, we it's not their waste at the landfill site, it's our waste as well. So we are cutting down their lives by wasting it. And that's just not fair. It's just not fair of us to do that. Yeah. So can we look at valuing our resources? We really need to. Okay. So what can we do to value our resources? So if you think resources are only money, that's not the case. Resources is way more than that. Okay. So we need to really figure this out. Yes. Resources is way. Sure. So if you see, these are the mango peels of mangoes that we had yesterday. These are some jamun seeds, yeah, and some other things in the container. So what happens is we can amazingly turn this to something like this. Okay. Now this is nothing but compost. Actually we are not turning it, it's nature that is doing it, it's the natural cycle that works that way. So it is just amazing how it works. I'm sorry, oh, I just realized somehow the questions were not popping up on my screen, and I didn't realize that there were some questions. Wouldn't there be ants, Garima? I'm sorry, for bioenzyme, no, they won't be ants, that doesn't work. And yeah. Right. Okay. All you need to do for composting is take an old bucket, old container that you that is there somewhere lying in your house, drill some holes. If it is a plastic container, if it is an earthen container, it's good to go even without holes, because the walls tend to absorb moisture. Layer one, the base layer with the dry waste. Dry waste is सूखा घास, सूखे पत्ते, or the coconut husks. A lot of things that you would find otherwise. Just layer it up. Add wet waste, which is all your kitchen peels. Layer again with dry waste. That's how you keep going. And at the end of, like, say, 1.5 to 2 months, depending on your container size, you will get beautiful compost like this. Yeah, sorry, it's too fine and it's going due to the air. Okay, so now composting is really easy. If you want to look out for the procedure in detail, you can check out my video. It's up there on Instagram and social media. Anyway, so what do you do with the, ये तो हो गया kitchen waste की बात, what do you do with paper and other stuff? Okay, so this is a box that we've been using for a long time. I think more than 6 months before the lockdown. Okay, not during the lockdown. Since the lockdown, we didn't have the need to open this box. So this box, we had gotten something as a packaging for something, and it has all these tickets, filled in tickets and little bills and stuff. So these are all the BST bus tickets, or this is a train ticket, a pass, and some bills and all. So what am I doing? So basically, all those small pieces of paper that that will not go along with your raddi. Okay, so what will happen with this is that you can just save it in something like this, or any bag or any other container that you have at your place, and just ensure that you collect it, and then you can give it to your same raddi wala. He will take it. Okay, that's what I've been promised by my raddi wala. Okay, apart from that, there's a lot of plastic waste. Okay? So all the hard plastics in most cases, except acrylic and others, will not be taken, but mostly, so all these bottles and stuff will go to for recycling. Tetra pack. This is a Tetra pack. This will go for recycling. Um, all you need to do is just ensure you wash this well, dry it out, and then keep it ready to give it. I mean, you can. There are some collection points across, and they can recycle it into beautiful things. But is recycling like the final answer? So okay, if I have to give you an option of recycling your plastic toothbrush and using a bamboo toothbrush, what do you think will be the more sustainable one? uh, will recycling, do you think, work completely? Recycling is not essentially recycling when it comes to plastic. It's actually downcycling, which means a plastic bottle will not be a plastic bottle. It will be made into something like a plastic poly bag or something. Okay. Also, things like these labels, these cannot be recycled. So they are absolutely waste. Going to landfill, you can't do anything with. So what happens is, we don't realize, but every time we are using something plastic, especially packaged bottle waters and everything, we feel recycle तो होता है ना, पर करता कौन? क्या हम करते हैं? Are we doing it ourselves? Are we taking the responsibility of sending it to the recycling stations? In most cases, we are not. So, and that's how you see a lot of plastic dumped, recyclable plastic dumped at beaches, in the forest, in the mountains, everywhere. Most of it is not recycled. That is the issue, because we also tend to litter here and there, not realizing that this doesn't mix with soil like your peel or a seed would do that, or any other edible waste for that matter, or plant-based waste for that matter. So, uh, recycling has to be the last option. So the first option, like we have all heard about this many times. Um, reduce, reuse, recycle is what we've always heard. I always prefer the first being refuse, even before reduce. So if you do not need it, why do you want to buy it? So say for instance this t-shirt, uh, I didn't buy it. A friend of mine had been sweet enough and she said, I don't need it, Pooja. Would you like to wear it? Yeah, I'm happy. So I took it. And it's amazing, right? There is life in that product. So why do we need to buy a new one? However, so if I have the option of choosing between a second-hand t-shirt and a organic cotton GMO free, all the amazing tags that come along. Which one is more sustainable? Second hand. Not that I have anything against the organic cotton. Of course, please. So once all these second-hand options are done with, please, we need to go ahead with that, because agriculture has a huge role to play behind this whole climate change issue. Agriculture can really fix it well if we work on it thoroughly. The use of synthetic pesticides and fertilizers and the whole monoculture with soil is messing up the whole ecosystem badly. But how but till the time we have these things, it just doesn't make sense to put these all to landfills. Please don't do that. Don't do that. Also, look out for local options. Okay, so I'm sorry, okay, I'm going to go to the local option later. So we were talking about refusing. So refusing what you do not need. To say no to buying new, instead you might just consider something like this, a second hand. Say reducing. So do you need 2 t-shirts? You saw that on Amazon or any other online store and you're like, oh, these look beautiful, I need to go for it. Think, do you need 2? चलो बहुत अच्छी लग गई यार, पर 2 नहीं चाहिए, 1 से काम हो जाएगा. Can you consider that? We really need to think about that, because we have no idea. For us, it may just be like 1 t-shirt, man. But do you have any idea how much water, how much electricity, how much energy is going behind having 1 t-shirt to your doorstep? Yeah. 1 t-shirt on an average takes about 2,700 liters of water. Okay. This is right from the growing stage to the time it reaches us. So in the whole process, this is the quantity of water that goes in. So we really need to understand, do we need, it's like a shortcut to saving water. Don't just say no to a new t-shirt like, oh, I just saved 2,600 liters of water. So that just helps that way in our footprint, reducing our footprint. So just imagine if all of us turn very conscious with our lifestyle choices, what will happen? Will climate change go away? It may not. I'll tell you why. We play a very important role, and I have just no doubts about it. But there's also another reason why we need to think about systemic changes, and that is why that is also very crucial. It is not a competition that either it can be individual or systemic changes. We need both. We just can't fill an ocean with only drops of water. We need a river stream going as well. So we need that. Okay. Now, so we spoke about refuse, we spoke about reduce, reuse. So reuse was actually me reusing this t-shirt from my friend, yeah, or reusing this soft drink bottle for shampoo, or reusing this sharbat bottle for Vita solution, or anything. And then comes recycling, for which I've told these. So if we have the option, please avoid anything like this. We don't need this. We don't need these processed products, but we tend to get them in our house. Of course, we can't make all the changes like this, right? We can have them slowly, gradually. So we can go that way. But yes, lockdown खुलने से पहले, if there's something that you can really do and take care ahead, is maybe planting something in your house. Believe me, it's an amazing experience. So say, for instance, this ajwain, okay? It was literally this much, and it was growing somehow. I don't know how it was growing on the floor in some mitti which was lying around next to another plant on the terrace, and it started growing. I put it in the pot, and this is how big it grew. There's so much of happiness it's soul satisfaction. Okay, apart from the fact that I can really plug the leaf, munch on it, and relish the taste always, have the amazing medicinal properties, remedial properties that it has. But we can grow our food even thoda to thoda. Just do it. We'll realize that there's so many lessons that I've learned from my garden, that understanding rain patterns, not of course not a lot, but how it affects our plants. I mean, um, it's phenomenal. The way our farmers work is just not easy. Okay, but when you start going out for your, what do you say, work or college or whatever, there's something that we can continue. So I usually always have some containers in my bag. Okay, so I have these containers. Oh, I'm really sorry for that. Okay, so have these containers. It is okay if you do not have a steel container. You don't need to buy one. You can just use the plastic containers that you have. Carry these in your bag always. Kabhi chaat khane ka man kar liya. Okay, I don't know when I'm going to see the chaat walas again, but whenever or whatever, if you want to buy something and you do, it's not something that you can carry in a bag. Maybe some wafers or whatever, some grapes or something, just offer your dabba, and that's how you get it amazingly, right? You don't need that plastic bag alone, even if it is a packaged thing. You go to a bakery, get some cookies for yourself in the dabba. You don't need that plastic bag alone. They will be happy to give you in your container. So that's all we need to do. Little things that will help you. This is a cutlery set that I have. So I have some. I usually keep this is again stitched from an old bed sheet. So a spoon, fork, and a steel straw. I don't use a straw usually, but it is for the people who are with me. I don't want anyone using a plastic straw for a narrow pani or something. So that helps, right? It's consciously. There's no one way कि नहीं ऐसा ही करेंगे तो है ये sustainable है. Every moment you will have different choices. Use your intuition. Use your understanding about things. Uh, think about the processes. Every time you buy something, just think कि क्या हो सकता है, इसका next step क्या हो सकता है. That's when probably you will have amazing uh, you know little effects and little happiness moments, and you will wonder that wow, it wasn't that difficult as I thought. And it isn't, believe me, it isn't. You can the best way to go is grandma style for a lot of things. So say for instance, I have been saving these mango seeds. Okay, so these are dried mango seeds in sunlight to make this is Botlino muquas, which is mango seeds mouth freshening. So a lot of things like that work. They really work to avoid the wastage, and also to ensure you use that energy for year around without any preservatives, without artificial preservatives, and without any um what's say your synthetic elements in it. You're using that energy for a year. For a year, which is amazing. Okay, is there? Oh yes. So Kiran said there is an option of khadi clothes. Yes, please. Khadi is amazing, especially the hand woven one. Please go for that. Is there anything else that you want to ask? I'm almost sort of done. Is there anything that you want to ask? I'm just checking if there's anything that I like to show. Okay. There's this onions growing in it. I had some onions which I thought would grow, so I just put them in soil. And I've had onions growing long back. So uh, how mango dried seed is made powder and used as not fresh. So yeah, so basically you got to dry them, break that open. There'll be seed inside. Boil it, grate it, and dry it, and that's how we use it. You can find if you want, so you can check out. These recipes, the way you make compost or the way you make bioenzyme on my Instagram page, Slow and Conscious Living. If you want, you can also connect with me on my email ID. It's called slow n slown conscious conscious @gmail.com. So that is where maybe you can connect with me. Yeah. So before we wind up, there's just one thought that has been in my head for a long time now, which I would like to share. Um, Remember when the lockdown started, not even a week's time, when we had this news floating all around which said the water of Ganga river it has been purified naturally, and scientists have claimed that it is now of drinking quality, potable quality. Okay, what did we do for that? We did nothing, nothing, and that did everything for it. So, does this mean we stopped living? No, we were still in our houses cooking, eating, laundry, dishwash, everything, right? We were doing all those things that we normally do. Still, the toxins from our uh, homes were still probably, taken to our water bodies. But still, our water bodies were cleaning itself. How was that possible? Because industrial effluents were not anymore being pumped into the river. That made it amazing. So we need to do this. We don't realize, but it really helps when we do it at mass level. It really helps. So here I'm not to tell you that you should do this and forget if there's a deforestation happening around. Please don't do that. Do connect with nature even more, and you'll realize that we need we need that, those forests, those wetlands, those rivers, those mountains, everything, every creature, every species on this planet to sustain ourselves. So we need both systemic changes as well as individual lifestyle changes. We cannot debate कि ये ज़्यादा important है, वो ज़्यादा important है, कोई competition नहीं है. Both of these things need to go ahead together, because we cannot, even only systemic changes will not make a difference. We also need to change. So both of them are needed. Yeah. So if there are any more questions, okay, sorry. So Ravindranath So the Instagram address is slow n single letter n conscious living. That's the Instagram address. You can check that out. Websites and blogs. Uh, so I keep randomly checking out. So there's nothing in particular that I can say. But so once you start on the journey, you will realize, like, just say no. Saying no to a cloth bag will lead you to maybe अच्छा चलो इस बॉक्स में भी कोई चीज आ सकती है. Will say कि अच्छा चलो प्लास्टिक की जगह हम ये वाला कपड़े, you can use, even if it is a reusable plastic bag. At times you do not have an option, and you'll be like, चलो यार ये गनी बैग वाली जो प्लास्टिक बैग है वही ले लेते हैं. Sorry, because it will at least have a longer life. So slowly, once you get on a journey, one by one, you will go ahead to reducing your waste, to using your resources amazingly. Remember, every resource that we are using is has an impact on this planet, and we need to reduce that bad impact. So go local, go seasonal, eat mangoes or eat whatever is locally and seasonally available to you. Nothing will be as medicinal for you, as nutritious for you than that, because nature has wonderfully designed a system for everyone here, and it works amazingly if we abide by those rules. It just works amazingly. So
Sorry to interrupt you, this
yeah.
Pooja.
So
So
I think the time is up.
yeah,
So we'll have to leave that. So thank you
and
so.
I will leave your email and Instagram ID in the comments so people can reach out to you.
Yeah, so maybe I'll just leave that Instagram, my email ID in the comment
Yeah, yeah,
section.
yeah.
Yeah, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for
Sorry, sorry
joining.
for the technical
No,
problems.
no, that yeah, yeah. We're really sorry for the technical glitch in the initial part. We had started, but it wasn't working. Anyway, yeah. Thank you so much for connecting. Thank you so much, team. I'm really happy to be a part of Fridays for Future. I just feel amazing. Yeah. Thank you so
Thank,
much. I hope you guys
bye.
had something good to take away this morning.